Hello, and thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. I wanted to show something that I recently received in the mail, very exciting. It's been over 5,000 miles to get here. That's over, I believe, 8,000 kilometers. And all the way from Belarus. And I'm very amused by this packaging, if nothing else. Looks like a cotton sack over a wooden crate. And I'm amused that my address is just written right on it, on the sack, in ink pen. I'm not going to show you that because all of YouTube does not need to know my address. And this comes from Alesse, unpronounceable Slavic last name. I apologize for not knowing how to pronounce your last name. And he made me a wonderful instrument that I am super excited about getting into. We met at an event while he was touring in the US with his band Stariolsa, which you may have heard of. They play at a lot of Renaissance festivals and are also very popular, probably even more so in Belarus, is my impression. And, well, enough talking, let's get into this. So, we've been in contact and I've been a bit of a maybe annoying customer, pestering him as to when the Gusli would get here. And it's been over 7 months since I ordered it. And part of the delay has been the COVID-19 and being an annoying customer. He did, I don't know if it was because I'm an annoying customer or he wanted an advertisement, he did ask me if I would do an unboxing video, which I very much said I would agree to. Alright, so yes, it is a wooden crate. So fortunately I brought my toolbox so we can get inside this. Oh, and it comes with unboxing instructions, which is very nice. Unscrew 6 screws, marked A, B, C, D, E, F. Remove this cover, your Gusli is inside. Always yours, gusly.by. I'll put his contact information and website in the description of this video. So if you are interested in this instrument, I'm sure he would be very obliged to make you one. So, let's see, I need a screwdriver. Kind of glad now that I've gotten out of the sack that this looks pretty straightforward. I was worried this might be a fairly complicated unboxing. So the Gusli is a type of plucked psaltery. It falls into the family of Baltic psalteries, which are a group of instruments very similar to each other. And the playing style, it is a psaltery, like what you've seen on my channel, only this is going to be much nicer, hopefully, than my little toy psalteries that I've been playing. But this is a whole family of psalteries that developed possibly up to 1,000 years ago in various countries around the Baltic Sea. In Finland they have the kantala, there's a kokla and a kankles, and one of those is Latvia and one of those is Lithuania, and it's escaping me which one's which. In Russia and Belarus, you have what they call the Gusli, and sometimes pronounced Husli. I think that the letter that it starts with sometimes something in between an H and a G, so sometimes if you see it spelled in Latin letters, it will be, it may start with a G, it may start with an H. So I am super excited about this. Most of the instruments I own are secondhand, maybe not in the best shape. And I've been playing psaltery long enough that I really felt like it was time that I got a quality instrument. Like I said, I met Alice while he was on tour in the US. And fortunately, in the event we were at, there was a lot of downtime, so we spent a lot of time geeking out about psalteries. It's actually rather humorous. I found his website a long time ago and was kind of interested in his instruments, and then I realized later that he was part of the band Stariolsa. And then I realized that his band was playing at an SCA event I planned to go to. So, very fortuitous. We got to spend time together, and everything worked out. I've been looking at getting an instrument, getting some type of Baltic psaltery, and his instrument I feel like was very reasonably priced, and it fit the bill for what I was looking for. It's hard to buy an instrument. Also, if you're buying odd instruments, it's difficult to, you don't get an opportunity to play them before you buy, and it's very hard to judge an instrument before you buy. So Alice let me try the one he had with him. Also, I knew I would be getting a professional quality instrument by definition, since he makes and plays his instruments professionally. So, we've got the top off. Let's see what we've got. All right. So it comes with a very nice case. Let's see if we can get this out of here. Oh. Looks pretty large. Let me get this box out of the way. This is the case. You can see on there, it's a website. I don't know if you can read it because of the sun. It's gusly.by. by is means you're on a Belarusian website. So there's two pockets that supposedly, hopefully, you can fit some music. So yes. No notes that I'm missing, but okay. So now the big moment. Yay! Get to see what's in here. I got attracted to the idea of Baltic psalteries. All psalteries have a very kind of magical sound with all that resonance. But the particular way that these instruments are constructed, I feel like there's a very specific timbre. Anyway, I'm dawdling. So let's see what we've got. Yay! Oh, lovely. Here it is. And there's lots of padding in here. I'm just going to double check there isn't anything else I've missed. Alright. That is an extremely sturdy, nice case. And it has backpack straps. So, there you go. I don't think it's likely that something will get damaged in there. But here, the part that we're really interested in. Okay. Well, it looks absolutely lovely. And I'm sure that the camera is not doing it justice. The wood is alder wood. And it's all carved out of one piece of wood, except that there's a spruce soundboard that's inlaid on the top. This is very typical for Baltic psalteries. kind of the way they should be constructed, the traditional way. This extension, so it's an interesting instrument. The strings will go from loop around this metal bar all the way up to these pegs. And this extra part is thinner, you can see, and it really kind of acts both as an extra resonator and an armrest, practically. They call this a wing, so this is a wing-shaped gusli, and you can see the wooden tuning pegs. There's a part of me that's a little nervous about wooden tuning pegs, but Alice assured me that he has been doing wooden tuning pegs for a long time, and they are very reliable. And I've actually had a lot of trouble with my zither pins on my larger hognose psaltery, so I'm hoping this will be a lot more tuning reliable. So let's hear what it sounds like. My guess is it's going to sound like it's out of tune. Oh, and it has a playing strap, which is kind of cool, so you can play it standing. I'll have fun adjusting that. And the strap is, I believe, hand woven, and also very nice, and kind of tied on in a clever way. So let's see what this sounds like. Again, out of tune, but not terribly. Let me get my tuner and get this guy in tune. It's still out of tune, but it's slightly better, maybe. I think it's going to take some getting used to, these wooden tuning pegs. If you're not careful, they kind of slip. But I think that you should definitely give a new instrument some chance before you throw it out, because it's too difficult to tune. And something that I think will work into. I think, like I said earlier, one of the cool advantages of this instrument is that it comes with lessons. So I'm going to get with Alice and we're going to schedule those and try to do online lessons, which I've never taken online music lessons, so that will be interesting. But yeah, so you play in kind of this fun, you dampen some of the strings and strum. Different, very kind of magical, beautiful sound in this instrument. I really like it, and I'm really looking forward to getting to learn how to play. And I look forward to sharing some of those videos with you on YouTube. Hopefully, I'll get confident enough to be able to play a piece and share it with you. Thank you so much for your time, and welcome to the Gusli, new part of my instrument family.